Hello student, very good morning to all of you. I hope you all are happy, healthy and fine at home. Do you remember what were we discussing yesterday? I think yesterday we were discussing about the chapter number 4. In that the last point we were discuss about the Wittig reaction. What is Wittig reaction? What is betaine? What is ylide? What are the starting material used? And what are the application of that Wittig reagent and Wittig reaction involving Carbanion, and some of the important question as far as exam point of view is concerned, that we have seen step by step and with the help of suitable example. I have described, I have discussed all the point whatever important for chapter number 1. The name of that chapter is Carbanion and their reaction. Detailed study we have we have studied that one. So now what we are going to discuss today, now we are going to discuss chapter number 2, that is a retrosynthetic analysis and applications. Look at retrosynthetic analysis. I think this is a new topic to you, or the new topic introduces at TYBSc level at semester number 4. It is a highly, or what we can call, it is a very important as far as the organic point of view is concerned, as well as for developing your thinking power regarding as a organic compound, whatever, because retrosynthetic is all about the creative science. So this chapter will bring you the thinking power among you, so you will become as a, what we can call it as a real organic, because at this level the aim of this chapter to introduce you in a young mind the nurture of that organic chemistry among you. That is the main objective of this chapter, introducing at this level, because you have the ability, your young mind have a ability to capture, to think. So this chapter will increase your innovative, whatever innovative idea regarding how to synthesize, how to make molecule we have seen so far, but from this onward, particularly this chapter will bring you, will create the interest among you how to synthesize the final product. What are the important terminologies or the term involved in the retrosynthetic analysis? It is, that's why this chapter is a very important one. If you pay the attention from the beginning, you will be well on the way to designing your own synthesis, because your young mind can capture this type of the new concept. It is a new concept regarding the synthesis of how you can synthesize the new molecule by starting with the smallest or the cheaply available starting material. So that type of the creativity innovative idea is going to develop if you listen, if you grasp this chapter carefully, then that is the ultimate aim of this chapter, that is a retrosynthetic analysis and its application, because application also we are going to learn here. The retro, let me tell some what we can call it as a term involved, some important term involved or used in the retrosynthetic analysis. First one is a RSA. RSA. This is an important term used in the retrosynthetic analysis. That is the retrosynthetic analysis. This is the word generally used, or this is the term generally used here. What does it mean? Or what is the actual meaning of that retrosynthetic analysis? Retro means reverse, or we can call it as a backward. So that is the meaning of that retro. Synthetic means what? Synthesis, making molecule, preparing molecule, means whatever we have seen, whatever we have learned, how to make the molecule in the laboratory that we have seen. Chemistry is above all a creative science. We have learned so far how to make molecule, and this is after all what the most chemists do for whatever reason, but face with the challenge of making a new compound. How do chemists go about deciding how to make it? The chemist who makes the molecule can choose, they can choose any starting material, any sequence, any type of the root, or any starting material, or any sequence of reaction, any route they can choose, and means synthetic planning starts with the final product, means from the target molecule. This is referred as a TM. TM in the beginning, while studying as a chapter number 1, I alter this word target molecule. The molecule means what? The target molecule is the molecule whose synthesis being planned is called as a target molecule, and which is fixed and unchangeable. And the art of planning the synthesis of target molecule is called retrosynthetic analysis. Let me simplify this term again. Retrosynthetic analysis. Retrosynthetic analysis means what? The process of breaking down the target molecule into convenient starting material using disconnection and FGI is known as retrosynthetic analysis. This is the what we can call it as the simplest definition of that retrosynthetic analysis. This is the retrosynthetic analysis. RSA means what? Retrosynthetic analysis. That is known as a retrosynthetic analysis. This is a full form of that, and the definition is as follows. Look at again, I am repeating as a definition of the retrosynthetic analysis. The process of breaking down target molecule into convenient starting material using disconnection and FGI is known as retrosynthetic analysis. So that is the first term generally used here, and their name of the chapter also as a retrosynthetic analysis. And just now we have seen the clear-cut definition about the retrosynthetic analysis. The process of breaking down target molecule into convenient starting material using disconnection and FGI is known as retrosynthetic analysis. And in the definition it involves some of the word, that is a TM means target molecule curve, then disconnection it is a word curve, and then next word is coming, what is that? The FGI means a functional group interconversion. What is that? We will see later on. But here in the definition, these are the powerful words are included. They also having as a separate explanation. They require the separate. They are the powerful word in this definition. That is a retrosynthetic analysis, the process of breaking down the target molecule into convenient starting material using disconnection, and FGI means functional group interconversion is known as retrosynthetic analysis. So this is the first term we have used, and second one is called as RES. What do you mean by the RES? RES means what? These are the sum of the definition and the term. Now I am here explaining just now. That is a retrosynthesis. Before that, retrosynthesis, just now we have seen as another definition of the retrosynthetic analysis. The art of planning the synthesis of target molecule. Art of planning the synthesis of target molecule is called as retrosynthetic analysis. This is another term, or what we can call it as another simplified definition of the retrosynthetic analysis. Means the art of planning the synthesis of target molecule is called retrosynthetic analysis. And the aim of this chapter is to introduce you to the principles of retrosynthetic analysis. And once you read and understood it, you will be on the way to designing your own organic synthesis. And now is a retrosynthesis. Retrosynthesis means what? An imaginary, everything is imaginary here. An imaginary but logical. These are the imaginary, but there should be logic behind it. Don't break the bond randomly here. There is some logic behind it while breaking, while going reverse, while going backward, arriving at the starting material. So that is a retrosynthesis, an imaginary but logical reverse chemical reaction which help us to reach to the reactant starting from the target molecule or the form the product is known as retrosynthesis. And suppose we have been asked to synthesize the following target molecule. I am going to give you some of the example over there, but later on. But retrosynthesis, what do you mean by this? RES means called as a retrosynthesis. Retro means reverse, backward. Remember this word, retrosynthesis. The meaning of this is a retrosynthesis. RES means retrosynthetic analysis. Definition, separate definition we have seen. The art of planning the synthesis of target molecule is known as retrosynthesis, or the process of breaking down the target molecule into convenient starting material using disconnection and functional group interconversion is known as a retrosynthetic analysis. And the second term or the definition, because we are learning, we are studying the some definition and the terms involved in the retrosynthetic analysis. That is a retrosynthesis. Retrosynthesis, it is a science, an imaginary but logical reverse chemical reaction which help us to reach the reactant starting from the target molecule is known as retrosynthesis, and this is known as a retrosynthesis, right? This is there. And now third one, which I am altering many times, that is a TM, which is called as a target molecule here. Target molecule. Now target molecule means what, or the final product means what, that I am now going to give the definition here. with the explanation, because in the exam what is TM, so how justify or give the definition, 1 mark question may arrive, may come in an exam, so that time you remember that is a target molecule. Target molecule means what? And this target molecule means the molecule whose synthesis being planned is called as a target molecule. The target molecule is means what? And they are represented by the some symbol like as TM1 or TM2 or TM3 etc. etc. TM1, TM2, this type of the words generally use their target molecule, means that TM target molecule, the molecule whose synthesis being planned usually called as target molecule, and the indicated by the frame number, these are called as a frame number, TM1, TM2, TM2, TM3, TM4, TM5, etc. So this is the meaning of this target molecules, right? Now this all so far we have learned the 3 important definition, or what we can call it as a word over here: target molecule, TM1, TM2 and TM3. Now the fourth one which we are going to learn, what is the fourth one? Is a disconnection, and that disconnection is very this D we can call it as a disconnection. Disconnection, this is a word we are generally using or frequently using in that. So before that disconnection, let me disconnection generally, before that let me give some reaction. There are 4 types of what are the types of the what we can call it, there are 4 types of reaction arrows. There are different arrow we are using while studying as organic chemistry. Before these terminologies, let me give some idea regarding that words. Let us see here, there are 4 arrows. There are 4 types of reaction arrows. There are 4 types of reactions arrows. There are 4 types of reaction arrows. Reaction arrows that we are going to learn. We are going to see over here. Let us see here the reactions. Here I am writing this, the reaction, then symbol and meaning. Here meaning, that are the way to represent what are the thing we are using generally here. Here I am showing is I am making one of the table over here. So let us see the reaction symbol. This is the one table I have made here. So let us see here reaction. Suppose the simple reaction arrow. What is that? Simple reaction arrow. First one is a simple reaction arrow, right? Simple reaction arrow. What is the symbol of it? The symbol generally we are representing like this, right? One dash, one line, and then arrow, pointing arrow towards. What is the actual meaning? That what is that symbol, what is the actual meaning of this symbol? Means react to give. Means suppose A adding something, getting something, that is a clear-cut idea about that symbol. Means react to give. This is the meaning of that. React to give. This is the meaning of this arrow. This is a reaction arrow, simple reaction arrow. This is the symbol and this is the meaning of it. React to give. A react with B gives a C. So that type of the thing generally, frequently using in the organic chemistry while learning the mechanism. And as we know that mechanism is organic language of organic chemistry, and I already told you many times the definition of the mechanism, a detailed study of steps of sequence of reaction involved for the conversion of reactant into product is known as reaction mechanism. Let me repeat it again. A detailed study of sequence of steps which are involved in the conversion of reaction into product is known as reaction mechanism. So during that we are always writing this type of the symbol, the meaning of that symbol at the TYBSc level. Now we are knowing the react to give. So that is the actual meaning of that arrow. Now this is the first one. Now let us see as a second arrow. Generally we are using during that is the resonance or the delocalization arrow. The resonance or delocalization arrow. Right? This is a second symbol. Frequently we are using, frequently we are using in the while studying the organic chemistry. What is that? This is a resonance arrow. This is a single headed arrow. This is a double headed arrow. Double headed arrow, the reaction, the resonance or delocalization arrow. This is the reaction, and symbol of it, resonance symbol, is a double headed arrow. What is the actual meaning of that double headed arrow? Two different ways to draw the same delocalized structure. So that is the actual meaning of this arrow. The two different ways, the two different ways are two different routes to draw the same, to draw the same delocalized structure. To draw the two different ways, two different routes to draw the same delocalized structure. So that is the meaning of that arrow. That is a double headed arrow. While studying as a resonance effect, there we have drawn different resonating structure, and during that resonating structure we have drawn many times that arrows, and that now the actual meaning of that arrow, now we come to know that the two different ways or the two different routes or two different paths to draw the same delocalized structure. So that is the actual meaning of that. Now is the third one, the equilibrium arrow. Third one will be the equilibrium arrow. The equilibrium arrow, and this arrow also occasionally we are using, and everybody knows that we are using this type of the arrow, one above and one below. That type of the arrow, the meaning of this arrow should be these two structures are interconverting. these two structures are inward converting, means in a tautomerism also we have seen such type of the arrows, and the meaning of these arrow, these two structures are interconvertible. These two structures are interconvertible, inward converting. These two structures are interconverting. So that is the meaning of this arrow. So this equilibrium arrow, these are the symbol of that arrow, and the actual meaning of that arrow, these two structures are interconverting. So that is the meaning of that arrow. And the fourth one is a very, very important, which from now onward we will going to use occasionally while studying this type of the organic reactions. Let us see here, this is the arrow, right? That arrow, the name of this arrow, the retrosynthesis arrow. This is the reaction, the retrosynthetic arrow. The retrosynthesis arrow. This is known as a retrosynthesis arrow. And it is represented like this. There are double line, and this type of the arrow we are pointing toward that. This is the symbol of that retrosynthesis arrow. Now the meaning, actual meaning of this could be made from, this is the meaning of is could be made from, could be made from. So that is the actual meaning of that. Could be made from. So that is the meaning of this arrow, which is a retrosynthetic arrow. Could be made from. So that is the meaning of that. So these are the some basics. Some arrows also there, like as this type of the arrow. This is also sometimes is represent this going to represent breaking that bond, and sometimes is showing us like this. This is a fish hook arrow in a photochemistry. While studying as a photochemistry during the MSc, that we are going to learn. But as far as these arrows are important arrows and their meaning and reactions we have seen so far. So let us see the rest or the remaining terminologies of the of these remaining terminologies that we have so far. We have learned these are the basic thing required for the retrosynthetic analysis. And as we know that the definition of the retrosynthetic analysis, the process of breaking down target molecule into convenient starting material using disconnection and functional group interconversion is known as retrosynthetic analysis, or in another way, the art of planning the synthesis of target molecule is called retrosynthetic analysis. And one we have seen as a retrosynthetic analysis. Second one we have seen, that is a retrosynthesis. Third one we have seen as a target molecule, and fourth one just now we started as this is called as a disconnection. The symbol of this disconnection will be this one, like this. So this is a symbol generally used in that retrosynthetic analysis. So an analytical operation which break a bond and convert a molecule into a possible starting material is known as disconnection. Understood that? Disconnection means what? An analytical operation which break a bond and convert a molecule into a possible starting material is known as disconnection, and it is a very important term involved or used in a retrosynthetic analysis. Let me show over here. Suppose we have with what is disconnection, explain with suitable example. Let me give here one of the best example. Suppose we have this one CS3, then here CS3 and OH at TY-BSC level. You know that this is our final product, right? Now we can call it this is our target molecule. TM means what? Target molecule. And during that we have learned target molecule means what? The molecule whose synthesis being planned is called as a target molecule. So there we have seen as a different target molecules are there. For example, target molecule is maybe like this OH, or maybe this one here CN, so like that, or we can call it pH, C double bond O, CS3. All are the compound are called as a target molecule. TM molecule means this compound we can prepare in the laboratory, so are the final product that is known as a target molecule with the help of some suitable example, and they are represented by their framework like as a TM1, TM2, TM3, etc. And this, let us see, this is one of the target molecule. And as I told you that this retrosynthetic will generate your thinking power, innovative, creative. Think, you have to think in a such a way. What you observe this target molecule carefully. What do you see over here? What do you observe here? By looking this target molecule, what is the first thing to do? First, recognize the functional group in the target molecule. And as we know that functional group, many times I already told you that functional group, there are the different definition I already altered in my previous lectures. So let me again repeat it. Target molecule means what? The functional group means what? The group which determine the physical group or the atom of group that determine the physical properties as well as chemical property of a particular family of the organic compound is known as functional group. Or second simplified definition of that functional group, the site of reaction. Site of reaction means the particular specific part of the organic compound is changing, means that is called as a site of reaction. Or third definition of that melting point, third definition of that functional group, in general, whenever we are adding, whenever we are combining the molecule, the changes are occur at a particular part of the organic compound, that part is called as a functional group. There are the different functional group present in the organic compound, so that is there. So what is the first things to recognize the functional group in the target molecule? That is the most important step, or the what we can call while developing your thinking power, creative, innovative and imaginary, because these are all the imaginary but logical reverse chemical reaction. So for that you require some data in your mind. There are different, so many named reaction, or what we can call it as a oxidizing reagent, reducing reagent, so many things you have learned so far by using, by you applying all those things together here, real use, real application we are starting here. So that's the very important, as I already mentioned, that retrosynthetic analysis, that is an imaginary but logical reverse chemical reaction. We are going backward to arrive at the starting material. So that is called as a retrosynthesis. At the beginning I already told you that, but while this is our target molecule, let us see this target molecule. First thing to see over here, to observe over here, what is that? Recognize the target molecule, recognize the functional group in the target molecule. Look at, after observing this target molecule, you can see over here there are a number, there are different type of the functional group in the organic molecules, such as carbon-carbon double bond, carbon-carbon triple bond, carbon-oxygen carbonyl group, then aldehyde group, ketonic group, then what we can call it as a ester group, amine group, halide group. So these are the functional group, right? And those are present in the organic compound, but particularly for this target molecule only one functional group is present, and that is a hydroxy group, OH. And what type of the OH it is, whether it is alcoholic or phenolic. Now in this case it is a alcoholic OH functional group present over here, and therefore this is a target molecule, and this hydroxyl group is a alcoholic hydroxyl group is present, that we have recognized over here. And now what is the next point to observe? Now what type of the alcoholic, as we know that if alcoholic hydroxy groups are present, the alcohols are classified like that: primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, tertiary alcohol, polyhydroxy, dihydroxy, monohydroxy, that. But monohydroxy further divided into as a primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, and the tertiary alcohol. So likewise, if you go at a minute point, what do you observe over here? This is the alcohol. What kind of the alcohol it is? It is a tertiary alcohol, right? Tertiary alcohol, as we know that this is the tertiary alcohol. Now look at, recognize. Now after that, what you have to see, the other part of the organic molecule. This is the functional group. This is a site of reaction, as we know that. Now, but the rest of the thing, if you look at carefully, if you observe this molecule carefully, what do you see over here? Here is a methyl group. This is also as a methyl group. This is also as a, there are 3 methyl group, and all the 3 methyl group are identical. They have chemical environment around it is the same, and therefore identical. They all are the identical methyl group, and therefore the disconnection, this is the disconnection arrow written over here. And if this is a tertiary alcohol and it has a definite broken, we can break the bond in this way, in this fashion, or in this way, like this. Here this sigma bond forming as a double bond over here, and then this methyl group is breaking, going outside, and after the disconnection, what we got here, we got CH3. I am specifically writing this C double bond O, CH3, which is the acetone, and the other part we have got over here, this CH3, and the negative charge present on the carbon atom. In a previous chapter, first chapter, we have learned the carbanion, right? But here in this particular retrosynthetic analysis, the carbon atom which carries either positive charge or the negative charge, that type of the species are called as a synthon. Here I will tell you that later on, synthon, but just now I have explained here what is the actual meaning of disconnection, what type of the arrow representing for the disconnection, what is the definition of the disconnection, that we have learned over here. So that is the retrosynthetic analysis. It is an analytical operation which break a bond and convert a molecule into a possible starting material is known as disconnection. So these are the term. Understood this term? What is that? Disconnection. So this is the fourth term we have seen over here, and this is a negative charge present over there. So that word we know that. So in the next, I think these are the some of the term or the terminologies we have seen about the retrosynthetic analysis. We have discussed about the introduction of that retrosynthetic analysis and its application, that is the name of that chapter, and that how to do the rest of the thing, what are the rest of the point, that is we will see in the next lecture. I think let us stop today here. Thank you. Have a nice day.